Hey, good day folks, thanks for tuning in. Today I want to talk about two things that we do every day, every takeoff, every landing. Mnemonic checklists that we use on top of our written checklist to be able to make sure that we haven't skipped anything, that we haven't missed anything before we take off and before we land. The before takeoff mnemonic checklist that we use before we go over the paper checklist to verify is called cigar tips. And each letter in the mnemonic stands for something. So cigar tips, cigar, C stands for controls, controls free and correct. We give those controls full movement, left, right, forward and backwards, and same with the rudder pedals. Make sure that there's no hard stops and we're not going to get in trouble on takeoff. The I after the C stands for instruments. We make sure that our altimeter pressure is set correctly, that our heading indicator is set, all the instruments that we need that we have in front of us are working correctly and set. G from cigar, G stands for gas. That's an American word. In this part of the world we would probably use a different word, but the rest of the world just uses gas. Gas means quantity. How much fuel do we have? Can we verify that we have, looking at the fuel gauges and looking at our plan calculations, that we have enough fuel for the planned flight? Making sure at the same time fuel pumps are on if they're needed, and that the fuel cocks are set correctly to the right engine, to the correct fuel, from the correct engine to the correct fuel tank. A in cigar stands for avionics. Make sure that the avionics are all correctly set and correctly tuned. R stands for radios, that the radios are correctly set and correctly tuned. So avionics and radios very closely tied. That is for cigar. And then we've got tips, T-I-P-S. Tips, the T stands for trims and transponders. Trim set, transponder set once you're on the runway, not on the apron. The I in tips stands for interior. That could be anything you want really, but what I always do is belts, and at the same time I go over the circuit breakers, make sure that nothing is popped out, everything is set correctly. And then we've got P, Papa. That stands for propellers or props. Make sure that they're full fine, set for takeoff. And last but not least, S in tips stands for switches. Make sure that takeoff lights are set, navigation lights are set, flaps are set, anything that would fall into switches at the end there for the S. Once that's done, we then verify with a written checklist, make sure that that is all done, ready for takeoff, ready to go for the clearance.